Frequency of 97.3 MHC Bangu FM katapura kaparani anche abang tamte 97.3 MHC terbunya yezo dabsulungo temin honorable be His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong ne bedwani dankatien zantanama. Welcoming you to today's session. Earlier on we informed you that today we will be blessed in the studio because we will be having His Excellency Honorable Excellency. Some people address him as honorable, but we address him usually on Bangu FM 97.3 MHC. For the past times that we have been running the program of Ken called Ken Saha on here, we address him as His Excellency. And we are praying to God Almighty that the Excellency title will come to being. We have His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong right here in the studios of Bangu FM 97.3 MHC. You are welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. And once again, thank you for all the help you've given me. I've heard a lot about you, the way you use your station to propagate my agenda.
Yes, you are a role model worth emulating. I am going to emulate you just right now. I'm going to speak my mind, and apologies to Alhaji Baba Gushao. In fact, we have been the forerunners of the campaign on radio of His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong in the media in Tamale, and many people were surprised that His Excellency is in town, and Bangu FM is not the first place he would come for his on-air program. And many people were calling me, but why? But why? Because ever since it was like people have abandoned on Kennedy Agyapong in Tamale. All radio stations, so and so time for all of the aspirants here and there. And Bangu FM saw the need that His Excellency Kennedy Agyapong should also have a time that will enlighten people much about him. And when we started, in fact, after the Super Delegates Congress, when His Excellency came second, and media men now start running helter-skelter, trying to join the bandwagon of His Excellency Ken. I'm speaking the mind of our listeners because I have received a lot of calls. Yes, but I'm just speaking my mind, emulating my role model. So don't blame me. Yeah, so Your Excellency, you have been in town, in the northern region for a while, and you have been around. What have you seen concerning our people around here?
Okay, first, I want to apologize. You know, I'm in the hands of Alhaji Baba Kushegu. So where he says go, then I go. If I ask him, he's here. When he said we should go to the first day, I said, is it the station that I've been speaking on my behalf? Then he said, no, we'll go there this evening.
That was my plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today's is last of the region. So I decided that it's good he came for the last time.
Yes.
There are so many media houses that are giving me pressure for him to come there. I said that no, Bangu is our home. This should be the last place that we have to go.
Then I think
so it was a plan, it wasn't a
the listeners will now be okay.
Thank you.
I received a lot of calls and I was even surprised. Yes. So I was on a question. What do you have observed about my people around here?
You know, to tell you the truth,
Yes.
it has been very exciting moments all the 3 days I've been here. But what I see as a challenge in the 5 northern regions is employment opportunity. And I don't see why with this flat arable lands God has given us, our politicians in the north and the whole country cannot utilize all the lands we have to develop this area. It's so disappointing that when you come here, people are not doing well because there are no jobs. When we have all these lands, we can have mechanized farming, agro processing, and there will be a lot of activities in the 5 northern regions. Look, I observed something. When I was going to Bolga area, Upper East, from Tamale Airport, all the way to Bolga, Pusiga, Paga, the landscape is the same, the terrain is the same, which means it's very good for landscape farming and agro processing. But you don't see a single factory here, and it's sad. I think those who are listening to me, if you are not a delegate and you know a delegate, tell him to vote for Honorable Agyapong, a man with a vision, a man who is ready to develop the 5 northern regions. You lack a lot of things. Meanwhile, you have a lot of gifts. So what you are lacking is good leadership. The people you vote for, NDC, MPP, I don't see why they should not be able to market the 5 northern regions.
On this issue, we have a very good land. God has blessed us with it, yet we are not using it. I will come back to it in the middle of our conversation. But have you tested TZ before too? Have you tested TZ since you're coming to the north, trying to test how we make our TZ here? You may be taking TZ from the southern part.
This time I haven't, but the last time I did. Maybe this evening I'll take TZ.
Alhaji, I think you need to take His Excellency to the house so that Maria will give him a very good dry okra.
It's a food that I enjoy every Sunday when I'm in Kumasi. TZ. I special order, and they'll bring a lot of people will come to my hotel and we eat. So as for TZ, it's one of my favorites.
Yes, Your Excellency, you have been to our home, our house. You have visited the Overlord of Dogbang, and we have seen that you have gone to a number of places. But to me, the most important place is visiting our Overlord. And when you went there, we saw that you donated a pickup truck or a lorry to the palace. What is the reason behind it? Is it just you want to make campaign go through, or?
You know, let me tell you, I was here in 2020. I went to Yendi to campaign. But before that, I went to Mio. And I gave the Mionara, is that how you call it?
Yes.
I gave him a pickup. So when I got to Yana, I told him that the next time I'll step foot here in Yendi, I'll also bring a Land Cruiser. No, but with this campaign, I'm not able to bring the Land Cruiser, but at least I have to redeem the pledge. That's why I came with the pickup. So it's not that I'm campaigning. I promised him 3 years ago, 2020, and he remembers vividly when we went there. He narrated the story. So it's not, look, whether I win or not, I really don't care. What I believe in is what I believe in. And I always want to honor my promise. So, first of all, is super delegate who is gone. Sorry, primaries, MPP primaries. It's not general election. That maybe I'll go to Yana for it. But because I promised him 3 years ago, I wanted to fulfill that promise. That is why I brought it.
Yes. What message of assurance can you give to the people of the North, as you have said that we have been blessed by God, we have arable land, we have land that can contain factories, yet it is not being used. We have heard a lot of stories like Yetisikasu but Ghanaians are thinking that they have had a failed promise in your government. Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem.
What word of assurance will you give to us, North?
What I want the people of the North to know, that two people are never the same. And what makes me different or stand out among all politicians in the history of Ghana politics is that there had not been a single politician who had come to contest and even be president that is a businessman or entrepreneur. I am entrepreneur. I'm very creative. I have creative mind. So when I was going from Tamale Airport to Bolaga, I look at my left, my right, ahead and back. And right there, I know what I can do in this area. Nantom, Kushegu area that I visited, Naregu, all those places, Walewale, all the way to Bolaga. I know what I'm going to do. And I'll do it differently. Because, look, I'm talking do. I don't like failed promises.
I will come and ask you, what have you talked and have done? Yes, I'm yet to come there.
Right.
Yes, but there's this notion that a businessman is always searching for where profit is.
Exactly.
And this is going to be the first time a businessman is going to rule the country Ghana, if by God's grace we have given you the nod to do so. Is it not going to be the notion profit making venture?
It should be a profit making venture.
To honor to His Excellency,
to the government,
the president,
to the country, not to me.
not the president.
No, not the president. Okay. I will manage the affairs of this country just as I manage my business. So it's a plus. I don't need any money. All what God has blessed me with. Why should I come and embezzle the funds? No way. But I'll manage our resources prudently so that we benefit from it. I mean, the way we are running this country and managing the affairs of the... I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. It is not the best. It is not the best. Read my lips. So I have to come and make sure, look, I'll use patriotism, honesty, and discipline to change the fortunes of this country. You have to be patriotic. And if you are patriotic, I don't know if you're a Christian, in the Bible, it says the 10 Commandments. The second one says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yes.
So if you love this country as yourself, you will not steal from the country.
Your Excellency, what have you talked and have done that?
A lot. Let me give you one example. I'm talking to your Tamale interchange. Tamale interchange. Do you know those who brought the Tamale interchange? Anybody listening to me should listen carefully. We went to China. Our leader of the group was the vice president. And we went looking for investors and money. First, we put a package together. We met CDB, China Development Bank, to negotiate. Finally, we arrived at China Railway. China Railway is bigger than Sino Hydro. But the experience of Sino Hydro in Ghana is far better than China Railway. So when we opted for China Railway, they couldn't deliver. So they came back to Sino Hydro, which I and my partner represent Sino Hydro in this country. We have dealt with Sino Hydro way back President Kufuor's time. That is Buidam. So Sino Hydro that put the loan of $640 million together. So they didn't have any choice than to fall on us. So we organized and put the package together for us to get a $2 billion loan that you benefited from the interchange here.
So it means it is part of your talking and doing.
Yes. Again, President Kufuor's time, myself and my partner again, we organized the Bui Dam, the $640 million. Again, we organized the biggest loan Ghana ever had that time, $3 billion. They used that loan, part of the loan, to construct the Ghana gas. Ghana gas.
Please forgive my ignorance. Is it the loan you got and ate kenke?
No, how do you eat kenke? This is a loan that helped Ghana to build Ghana Gas. They used 1.2 billion out of the 1.3 billion dollars. So if you get a man who can negotiate for a government to get this money, I mean, you don't underestimate such a person. But if not, because I'm contesting, you wouldn't even know that I'm behind all these loans. Okay? And if I say talk and do, I am talking to. First, in Tamale here, during the Dumso era, when doctors at the Tamale Teaching Hospital were using torchlights to conduct operation, when I heard the news, I immediately organized the generator for Tamale Hospital. When I came here, and the chief in Tamale here set up educational fund. Educational fund. That time I donated 10,000 to his fund. Today, as I speak, I know for a fact that no politician, both NDC and PP, has contributed even a peswa or a CD into that fund. So I'm talking to, look, I have the biggest cold store in the whole Africa. I challenge myself when I question why all steel plants in this country are owned by foreigners. I'm going to do it. I have built the biggest steel plant in the whole West Africa, not Ghana alone. The whole West Africa. Come, if you are doubting Thomas, come, I will go with you. I took Doc there. He was amazed. And all these things I'm telling you, my brother, no loan, nothing, everything cash.
Wow.
Yes, I've never taken a loan before. Banks are listening to me. If I have taken a loan from any bank, they should come and tell the whole Ghana that Agyapong took a loan.
Yes.
Everything that I've done on this earth, Ghana here,
Yes.
no loan. And that is exactly what I'm going to do in the 5 northern regions. Yana has promised me a land that, sorry, Naregu, no, this place, Sablugu. Then the Tolong chief has also promised a land. You see, if I get those lands, what I'm going to do. Look, I started farming for sugar cane. I'm giving you a story. Sugar cane at Dutch Commander. Unfortunately, when we were paying compensation, they didn't like it. They said the money was too small, and they banned the farms. So I was in Cape Coast that time, and through the help of Eduma, the fire service, we quenched the fire. When I came back the next day to report to my partner what transpired, there was a chief in our office who was the chief of Prime. He heard the story and said, oh, how? You come to North Bono East, have a vast land. And we went there. He gave us 125,000 acres. 125,000 acres. We have cultivated 30,000 acres cassava. We have built a starch plant, 300 tons a day at Atebuwa Mountain. We have employed 960 permanent workers. Then Prime, we have built another starch plant, 200 tons a day, which will be commissioned in December. So if I tell you I'm going to do it, my brother, I'm going to do it. When you go to my constituency, I have built the biggest orange and pineapple fruits processing. We export them to Spain and Brazil, the concentrate. I've done a lot in this country. And sometimes you don't know. So when I saw the land here, I said, Jesus Christ. Why should 12-year-old girl, 13-year-old girls migrate to the south, Kumasi, Accra for Kayayo, when we have this land here? Why should we get our 17-year-old boys going to the south to be houseboys.
Then if you come in office as president of a country, you will make our land showdown.
Oh yes, I'm going to utilize the land here. Look, let me tell you something. On the more serious note, your land is good for sugarcane. You don't even know. The temperature here during the day is very hot. In the night is cool. That's the temperature sugarcane survives.
Honorable,
but you don't have that experiment. You don't even know.
I'm very surprised you have mentioned this knowledge from agriculture. I have really, in fact, I am dumbfounded. I'm sorry. Yes, it is good for sugarcane.
Yes.
What of cocoa?
Cocoa, I've not done the experiment, so I won't come and lie.
Yes, around here to share butter, share nut trees.
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Here, you are wasting the nature and the gift God has given you. From Tamale Airport again, all the way to Pisiga, everywhere you see share nut trees. My son here, he sits here. He buys share butter from here, 27 cedis a kilo. Sell it on American market for $34 a kilo. $34 a kilo. When you convert it today, it's 404 cedis. And you don't have a factory here to process it. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with the whole Ghana, the leaders too? On my way from Damango to Boli, my driver is a Dagomba guy from Nantom. Yeah. He gave me a fruit, said taste it. When I tasted it, it was so sweet. I said, what is it? He said, they call it tama. And I asked him, so do you have tama fruit juice in this area? He said, no, they have never. Said, what? What a waste.
Tama fruit juice.
Yes.
Juice.
And if you allow me to be president, I'm going to process the tama into juice. We can mix it with pineapple, you can mix it with banana, you can mix it with apple, you can mix it with any fruits, and it's organic. And organic fruits are more expensive than what we produce, and make it concentrate.
Your Excellency, should we consider all of those you are saying as promises for us in the Ghana?
Yes. Look, when I sit in the car and I look left and right, then I don't know what to say. Ghana, how can we say we are poor? And this is easy because you are here, Tamale here, and Burkina is here. Burkina is producing tomatoes and onions and exporting it here. And we have the same temperature, and you can produce tomatoes. You can't produce onion. Wow, I got a problem.
Yes, where inshallah when you come to office, come next elections, inshallah we will be looking to you to come and fulfill those promises you have made to us. Your Excellency, corruption has been a very tough issue in Ghana. If for God's sake you have been the president of Ghana, how are you going to tackle this particular tragedy we are seeing in our motherland?
Look, you see, first of all, leadership by example. I will not chop Ghana money for you to chop. I won't. So if you make a mistake, you are fired and you will jail you.
Should I make a meaning out of what you are saying, that some people are chopping Ghana money and giving the citizens a chance to chop?
Yeah, of course. Because if you see these chief executives and all those things, you see, when I say this, don't put up your mind to only politicians. The civil servants are equally guilty. Equally guilty. So there should be discipline in the system. When there's discipline, we can eliminate corruption. Not completely. There's nowhere in the world that they've been able to eliminate corruption completely. But we reduce it drastically so that the money that has to come into government coffers, we will get it and use it for development.
Your Excellency, excuse me. Do you think the office of the president has achieved its aim? Excuse me.
Well, for the first 4 years, the office did marvelously well.
Office of the prosecutor, special prosecutor.
Oh, you mean office of the prosecutor?
Yes, the special
Now,
prosecutor.
honestly speaking, I don't follow him. I don't. And what to bring money into my pocket is no special prosecutor. So I don't even, honestly, I don't even check what they are doing. And I make sure I do the right thing, so whether it's there or not,
Yes,
I really don't care.
excuse me, I'm going to take you back to what has passed during the special or after the special delegates conference. Did it come how you expected it, or you were surprised with the outcome?
No, I was surprised with the outcome. To be honest with you, I knew the vice president was going to win the super delegates. I won't lie to you, I knew. Because they have whipped all chief executives, MPs, anybody who matters were whipped. Okay? Against other candidates. So I knew he was going to win. But I didn't expect that huge margin. So I was surprised that wow, people actually, because of fear, money and everything, will vote for it. Okay, fine. If that's their decision, then if his strength is the super delegate, then I'll give them a showdown.
Yes, a real showdown.
Yeah, the really showdown is the polling station executives. So this one, when I said showdown, then they thought it was an insult. Now it has become a household name all over the place.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So the showdown is November 4th.
Yes. So the November 4th showdown. What will we be expecting from?
Yeah, you'll be expecting the grassroots defender emerging as the leader of the MPP party.
His Excellency.
You see, I've been here and you say excellency, excellency. It will come to pass.
Yes. 97.3 MHC Bangu FM. It has been with His Excellency Kennedy Akumpreko Agyapong in the studios of 97.3 MHC with myself, Suleiman Abawa Ibrahim. You can call me Mr. Bauer, having that particular interaction with His Excellency. And yes, His Excellency, we will come to look on issue concerning the youth. I want us to hammer much on the issues of the youth before I will ask for your final words and we stepping out of the studio. In fact, there are many potentials, different kinds of potentials in the youth, especially in the northern Ghana. And it could be observed, or you can observe that many times, or many a time that a person from or persons from northern Ghana are given chance in the southern parts of the country or even outside Ghana, and the results that is coming out is overwhelming. Meaning, the youth around here, I'm not saying youth in other areas do not have potentials, but it is like our youth around here are being looked down upon by many
in the same region or
outside the region of Ghana, outside Tamale or outside northern region. It's like many people have looked down upon our youth and many potentials are dying. What assurance can you give to us so that the youth will know that if you come to be in the president of the country, they will be elevated?
You see, my sole aim of coming to contest this election is mainly with the youth and the women. The youth of this country, I feel so guilty that for the past 23 years that I've been a member of parliament, part of government, ups and downs, we've not been able to reduce unemployment rate the youth unemployment. I feel guilty in the sense that I have kids, girls especially, who ranges between 21 to 26, and they all finish university at the age of 20, 21, and immediately they complete university in America. You're the Americans. 20-year-old girl gets a job, a salary of $120,000. 20-year-old girl, 22-year-old girl makes about $170,000 with Google. She works with Google. And I sit here, and the youth of this country, not only the North, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, no job, and they are at home. Their parents are feeding them. That has been my aim of coming to create. You hear everything I say is employment, 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 industry, industry, industry. If you don't create these industries and employment, how would you absorb the youth that are coming? But answer to your question is that I always say that if you sell yourself cheap, they will buy you cheap. Okay? Without due respect to the people in the North, if you say they don't respect you outside, and it is because of the nature of the job you do. Okay? In America, they don't respect the blacks. The white don't respect the blacks because of our behavior and the kind of jobs we do. Here, I have Dr. Anamzoya here. He's a lecturer, dean of sociology, right? Head of sociology in the University of Ghana. What makes you think people from the North are inferior? They are not. It is opportunity that you don't get, that you think that you are inferior. But if you get majority of your girls migrating to the South only to be doing kayayo, have no place to sleep, and they sleep on the roadside, you ask them, where are you from? I'm from Naregu, I'm from Sandema, I'm from here. What impression would they create? That is why I'm saying that if you vote for Agyapong, girls of 12, 13 years migrating to the South to be kayayo will be 10 of the past. Because I create employment that you don't even need to go there. Again, without due respect to you again, I'm just answering your question you asked. Most of your young boys who go to the South, you see them as houseboys. These are some of the things why you feel they don't respect you. If you don't get a kind-hearted person like Agyapong, who feels every human being is a human being, irrespective of his position, you have to accord him respect. And you get somebody who does not respect human beings to be your master, the way he will treat you. Okay? So you feel, why are not say? But we have to blame the politicians here too. Read my lips. I'm not afraid.
Here.
Yes, in the 5 northern regions, if I were God, which I'm not, if I'm God, I'll put them on the table and lash all of them.
From NDC,
NDC, MPP,
and lash all of them.
PNC, I'll lash all of them.
So
then I'll squeeze their ears and say, you, I've given you the whole world to use, and you are messing up. I'm giving you last chance. If you mess up again, you see what will happen.
So our own Baumia, you would have.
I say everybody. I will not be specific to one person, but I'm saying everybody. I'm not afraid, because when I see the land here, you grow rice, Nanton here, from Wusi, and we are importing rice, $700 million a year. If you are MP, you can sell your constituency to the rest of the world, taking pictures of the land and everything, marketing it, and you see the number of investment that will come here.
Your Excellency,
Yeah.
Say something to the delegates before we will wrap up.
So I'm begging the delegates that when you are going to vote, don't vote for anybody they will say that he's from your place and cannot create jobs for you. Don't vote for people for money. Vote for a man who will bring development so that you'll be employed and you have respect at home from your family. Whatever money you are going to take or they use to influence you is temporary. Maximum 1 month, it will be done, it will be finished. Then you come to square one. They've been with you for 7 years. All the hard work of the delegates, no reward. Only Agyapong, who has been fighting for the police station executives and the grassroots in MPP. That is why I've decided to come and save the lives of the ordinary people. I've also been enticed with money and positions to step down. But because of you delegates, I refused to take the money.
I thought it was rumor.
How was it rumor? I'm telling you. You know the number of times I've been approached to step down and take money? You know the number of times big people have called me to negotiate with me to step down and be the vice? I said no. I don't want us to go to opposition because of Ghana. Because Mahama would not do anything different. But Ghanaians are fed up with what is going on to a extent that whether you are a good candidate or not, why are we saying we want to break the 8? Why are we saying we want to break the 8?
They are going to break the 8 because there is planting for food and jobs. And we have also been told that one of your opponents from the northern Ghana, that he has created jobs for the people of the whole country, because there's this notion that he has done virtually nothing for the northern Ghana where he.
No, but you say he has created jobs, jobs in Ghana. He should benefit from that.
Planting for food and jobs is part of the things he has created.
Planting for food.
Yes.
What food do you have here? What food? These maize, they are so small. Let's go to America and see a maize farm and the yield. When you have to irrigate all these lands here, they will tell you irrigation is expensive. Please don't let me go into details.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I'm going to irrigate most of the lands here, so that 365 days in South Africa, 365 days, you have fresh corn. You have fresh corn. What are we doing?
Okay, Your Excellency, your final words before we.
So my final words to the people of the North, that they shouldn't lose hope. Two people are never the same. Agyapong, who is from the South, is coming to create job opportunities for the Northerners, for them to get respect. If they don't believe me, they should compare Kwame Nkrumah from the Western region, what he did for the people of the North, and compare Dr. Hilal Iman Mahama, Aliu Mahama, and Vice President, the four Northerners, what they have, put them together and compare them to Kwame Nkrumah, what he did for the people of the Northern region. I am going to beat Kwame Nkrumah's record if you give me opportunity. So God bless you and believe in Ken. Development. Industry. God bless you.
We are very grateful and highly honored with His Excellency Akumpreku Kennedy Agyapong in the studios of Gbangu FM 97.3 MHZ. I'm Suleiman Abawa Ibrahim. I'm extending my regards to the Kennedy Agyapong team in the northern Ghana, headed by Alhaji Baba Gushao. We are very grateful, and we hope that the campaign will intensify up until the November 4th, that the elections shall take place, and we see the next step God Almighty is going to lead us to. It has been Suleiman Abawa Ibrahim, and greetings to all of the members of the campaign team, ranging Manishi Mezeya, Alakafi, Fahad, DJ Captain, who has been the host of the regular Ken Saha program on each and every Wednesday. DJ Captain, in fact, we are very much grateful.